Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chef Eric Hammond again, and today I'm going to show you how to make lasagna alla bolognese. So this is a real Italian lasagna. It's made with fresh semolina pasta dough, bolognese, which is a meat ragu with pork, veal, and beef, red wine and milk, and we're going to put it all together with a bechamel sauce. This is the real deal. So we're going to start by adding our dry ingredients to the mixer. So the ratio is 2 parts 00 flour, or you can use all-purpose flour if you can't find 00 flour, to 1 part semolina flour. For the liquid, we add 11 eggs. So in this instance, we're using 2 pounds of 00 flour, 1 pound of semolina flour. Like I said, 11 eggs, and a teaspoon of salt. So we add this to the mixer. Always add the dry ingredients first. Once all the ingredients are mixed, we add the liquid. You always want to start with the dry and then add the liquid later. As you can see, the dough is starting to come together now. We're just going to let it mix for a few more minutes. We're going to take it out and let it rest. So now we're going to start the bechamel. So what bechamel is one of the 5 mother sauces in French cuisine, but it's used all over. Onion, nutmeg, salt, pepper. You can use. Now we're going to start the roux. So you want to put your butter into the pot, let that melt down. Then you want to add your flour to that, stir it up, and make sure all the flour is cooked out. Once your butter is all melted, then you can add the flour. Just slowly, like you're making a polenta or something. And you just get it all incorporated in there. Work out all the lumps. Make sure all the flour is incorporated into the butter. Just cook it for a couple of minutes while stirring often. So, it's coming to the boil now, so you can turn off the heat. You can turn the heat back on your roux. So if you need a little help on the roux to get back onto the, there we go. Then what you want to do is you want to start adding the milk to the roux while stirring. All the while stirring. And add it until it's all incorporated. Now you see the consistency of it. It's very thick. This is perfect. Our next step is to roll out the pasta. Now the pasta's been resting for about an hour and a half, and it's much more pliable. It's softer and it's very easy to work with now. Our next step is to cook the pasta. So you want to get a rolling boil of salted water. It needs to taste like the sea. When it tastes like the sea, you're going to have a lot of good flavor in your pasta. You also want to have a bucket of ice water ready, so when the pasta's done, you can shock it and it'll stop the cooking process, and you will be ready for the next step. So this is where it's all going to come together. We have our bolognese right in there. We have our bechamel, which we're going to work together. We have our pasta sheets right there, they're cooked. Our Parmesan, and we have tomato sauce. Now we're going to assemble the lasagna. The first step is to mix the cool down bechamel into the cold bolognese. You want to have generous portions in here. It wants to be creamy, and this is going to be your binding agent to make everything come together. So you take it and you just mix it together. You can use a spatula, you can use your hand that's gloved, you can put it in a mixer with a paddle attachment. There's a lot of ways you can do this. You could use a wooden spoon. You want to get a good mix so everything is incorporated. It's folded together. So I've got aluminum disposable hotel pans, but you can make this in any vessel you really want to. I mean, it'd be great in a casserole dish. It would be great in a cast iron pan even. So what you want to do, you want to take some tomato sauce, put them on the bottom of your vessels. You want to move that around so the whole thing is covered. Just like that. Next, you want to take your pasta sheets and line the bottom of the pan with it, just like that. Very simple. Next up is to take your meat ragu, the bolognese mixed with the bechamel, and make a thin layer over the pasta sheet while holding down the pasta sheet, because it will move around a little bit and it's a little tricky to work with just because it's so slippery. Make sure the whole surface area is covered. Then you could add your next pasta sheet on top of this. Just like this. And repeat the step. So it's going to be delicious, and it's going to be so satisfying when you know you've made something that's really, really tasty, and you put your heart and your soul into it. And there you have it. 2 full hotel pans full of lasagna. Yeah, it's messy, it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. You make this, you're gonna enjoy it so much. Thanks for watching.